Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the GM. It is your guy, Boulanger. Let's talk. With 2 games in the books of the 2025 NFL season, what have we learned? What can the NFL fan take away from Thursday night football and Friday night football? Well, for me, being a spectator, my team was not in either one of these games. What I pulled away, what I deduced was this season, 2025, is going to be the season of right now. Boulanger, what do you own now? Well, let me explain. When you took a peek at the Thursday night football game, all the odds to win this game were in the Philadelphia Eagles' favor. In fact, I think they had an 8-point margin. They didn't win by 8. They did win, but not by 8. But when you watched that game, you watched the Dallas Cowboys almost pull off a victory with a lack of execution when it came to catching the ball, when it came to maybe some route running, when it came to some decision making. Dallas played the Philadelphia Eagles tooth and nail and probably should have won this game. It was a real opportunity for Dallas to get a win early, but poor execution did not allow them to do that. But the question would be, why? Why did the Philadelphia Eagles not look great? Why did they not look elite? Why did they not look like an 8-point victor? I'll explain in a second. When we jump to the Friday night football game, Chiefs versus Chargers, why did Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense not look elite? Why did the Los Angeles Chargers outperform them in every aspect of the game, including on the scoreboard? Why was this a game that Patrick Mahomes could not get it done? And I don't mean he was bad when I say couldn't get it done, but we've seen Patrick Mahomes pull out some magic and pull out close games time and time again, but not in game 1. And so what did we learn from both of these games? What did we learn from both of the Super Bowl participants from last season? I think this is the season of now because a lot of projection and prediction is based on roster, quarterback, if there's a defense stud or star, and history. But this is a season where we're going to be able to throw history out of the window. I don't think history is going to be a factor in this particular season. You see, when you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, they returned basically their entire offense with the exception of Mekhi Becton. Okay? The Philadelphia Eagles are not going to be more healthy than they were this season walking into week 1. And they didn't look great. The run game didn't look great, and the passing game didn't look great. Now, Jalen Hurts played very well. He was probably the best player on the field at any given time. But the team as a collective did not look good. Granted, this is just week 1. Things could turn around. But I believe we're going to see more of the same from the Philadelphia Eagles. When we jump to the Friday night football game, the Chiefs didn't look great. They didn't look dominant. They didn't look spectacular. And they're not going to be more healthy this season than they were walking into week 1. And they got outplayed in every aspect of that game. I'm not going to break down the games or anything like that. I'm not going to pull out any specific plays. I'm just taking a holistic assessment. And this season is going to be about who's the most motivated, who has the momentum, and who is executing on time. It's going to be who has it right now, who's balling right now, who's doing it right now, who's calling the right play calls right now, who has the best defensive stunts right now, what pass rusher is collapsing the pocket right now, what DB is locking down the wide receiver right now. That's what this season is going to be about. History will not matter. Here's why. The Philadelphia Eagles, although a young team, are old in playing time. The Kansas City Chiefs have some old parts, but they're even more aged than the Philadelphia Eagles. What am I talking about? These 2 teams have played more football than any other team in the NFL over the last 5 seasons. The Kansas City Chiefs have been in the Super Bowl 5 times in the Patrick Mahomes era, which means they've played essentially more games than any other team. The Philadelphia Eagles have been in the Super Bowl twice in the last 5 years, which means they played more games than any other team in the NFC. Which means, although this was game 1, they're going to have more wear and tear mentally, emotionally, and definitely physically. That's why history won't matter in this season. This season will be a season of who wins the war of attrition, who can stay the healthiest, who has the momentum, and who's motivated to go out and get the job done. You're going to see some young teams, right, who nobody expected to ball. You're going to see them come for the throne. When you look over in the NFC specifically, you got the Detroit Lions. Are they coming for the throne? I'm not sure, but they have a good collection of both youth and veterans. When you look at up north at the Green Bay Packers, could they be coming for the throne? They have a great collection of youth and veterans, and their youth are vets, right? You have a young quarterback in Jordan Love, but he's young, but he's also a veteran. He's like in his 6th season or something like that. And what you're going to see is the tables be turned this season. If the Eagles slip, and I'm not saying they're not going to win their division or anything crazy, but I think at the end of a 17-game season, it's going to be who has momentum at that time. It's not going to be the favorite. It's not going to be what they did last year. It's not even going to be about roster composition. It's going to be who is hot right now. We've seen this a couple of times in history. We've seen the New York Giants do it twice against the heavily favored New England Patriots, right? We've seen a team like the Baltimore Ravens, who were expected to do nothing in that last championship that they won, but they pushed off injuries. They came together, they got motivated, and they went on a historical run. This is what this season is going to be. Because when I look at both of the Super Bowl participants and the champs of the last couple of seasons, both Chiefs and Eagles, I don't think they're going to become better than what we've seen. It doesn't mean they won't have great games. It doesn't mean they won't beat teams. It doesn't mean they won't win their divisions. I just think this 17-game season will take a toll on both of those teams. And this is an opportunity for a team who's been trying to get through the wall called the Eagles, the wall called the Chiefs in the AFC and NFC respectively. This is that opportunity. This is that opportunity. And you're going to see what I'm talking about as this season goes on. You're going to see the wear and tear show up. Nobody's really afraid of Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes anymore. Travis Kelce is still great. Patrick Mahomes is still great. But Travis Kelce is not going to be better in week 19, which is the playoff game, than he was last night. He's not. Patrick Mahomes won't be better. That offensive line will not be better. That's not how it works, because your roster will not stay 100% what it is as you walk into week 1. And so it's going to be, in my opinion, one of the young, healthy, motivated teams. They're going to rise up and they're going to come for the throne this season. Now, as a Ravens fan, could we be one of those teams? We're young. We got a couple of seasoned vets, but we're mostly young. Could it be us? Could this be our opportunity? Could this be the opportunity to kick in the door and get the chip? It could. But our journey starts tomorrow. And I'm going to pay close attention to what I'm seeing from the Baltimore Ravens. We hadn't played a lot of postseason ball over the last couple of seasons. And so will we hold up? Will we have the motivation? Will we have the momentum? Yeah, I've seen the headlines and the press clippings about Lamar being ready, Mark Andrews being ready, and so on and so forth. But being ready has nothing to do with once you get on the field and somebody makes contact with you. And so that's what I'm looking for. You see, because we've already seen the participants from the Super Bowl. Buffalo was a AFC championship competitor. And I don't even really remember who was in the NFC. I think it was Minnesota. So I want to see. I want to see what these teams look like. And then we'll reassess going into week number 2. But that's what I've learned. This season right here, it's about now. Who's hot right now? I don't think we're going to see better as we go down the stretch. Will we see better games from these two teams? Sure. Now, to be honest, I don't care. I don't care if they fall off a cliff, to be honest. But will we see better? Sure we will. Sure we will. But I don't see dominance this season. And I don't see either one of these two teams returning to the Super Bowl in 2026. Santa Clara, be there. So you guys let me know what you learned. Do you agree we can throw history out of the window? It's about right now. Or do you believe this is just a game 1 preview of what the season is going to be? I'm your guy Boulanger. I'm out.